So I've now got my digital readout running. I still have to clamp the cables properly, but it is actually working on all axes. I'll give it a bit of a go before I fix everything in place. So on the table I have a little job I did a few weeks ago. I have a 1936 Buick. It's got a 360 cubic inch Chrysler engine in it with the Torque-Flite gearbox that goes with it, and it's pretty well a Chrysler running gear on the underneath a 1936 Buick body. So I have a Crook temperature gauge in the dash, and it's out of the original Chrysler. So I bought an aftermarket temperature gauge, and I made up this plate to mount the temperature gauge, but it looks a bit empty. I'll show you it properly in a second. So I bought a little Bluetooth dongle, Bluetooth power outlet, and it has a voltage display on it and a socket, cigarette lighter style socket. So I'm going to modify the plate to take these additional sockets. I've drawn up a drawing. So this is what I'm making. I've got all the dimensions I think I need for manufacturing it. With the digital readout now, it should be pretty straightforward. So I've already machined this hole here, and I've drawn in the bevel on the gauge, and there's the Bluetooth, and there's the power socket. I'm a little bit disappointed. I put these holes here into the plate already, and they're there because I'm actually blocking out a an old radio panel, the hole in the panel for the radio, and the cars with the V8 and the exhaust on it has got, it's too noisy to be listening to the radio anyway, and the radio that was in it didn't work. So the hole that is in the panel is in a little bit, and I drilled these two holes previously without thinking about those, so that I could easily install it with a couple of countersink screws through here and panels behind the dash to hold it in place. But I probably could have spaced them out a little bit more, but now because they're already in, I can't really block them out. So I'm fairly tight inside of there, but worst comes to worst, I can always make another panel, but I'd rather not if I can get away with it. So this is what I'm about to start. So I will set the camera up so we can see the machine table. I've already clamped the job onto the table, and we'll start machining.